welcome back to Florida Foodie. I'm your host, Candace Campos, along with our producer, Thomas Mates.
Hello.
There are a lot of after-school programs designed to keep kids engaged and, of course, out of trouble. The city of Orlando offers something unique, the chance for children to become their own entrepreneurs. So the Paramore Kids Zone runs its own beekeeping business. Yes, beekeeping. It's called Black Bee Honey, which supplies raw honey to restaurants and businesses across Central Florida. So to tell us more about this program, we are joined by Alexis Hicks, who is the case manager for families, parks, and recreation with Paramore's Kids Zone, and Thierry Francois, a recent high school graduate who has worked with Black Bee Honey for the last year. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so Black Bee Honey, just give us kind of an idea of what it's all about.
It's a honey business. So Black Bee Honey, we have 4 different flavors of honey. All 4 have different benefits. So we have palmetto, gallberry, wildflower, and orange blossom. And orange blossom is good for your immune system. Wildflower is good for allergies, and palmetto and gallberry are cooking honey, and they're also good for your drinks.
Great. And do you guys do the bees collect honey just in the Paramore area? Do you guys have to take the hives around to get these different flavors or varieties?
So what we recently did, I apologize, David, did you want to go ahead and take that one? Okay. What we recently did was partner with Daniel. He's actually over the Office of Sustainability, and he has incorporated the beekeeping aspect for the students. What we've done is created a 10-week program to where they learn the apiary management, and then they actually put their hands-on experience and go out to the hives to learn how to actually manage the hive. We've only put up 3 that we're using to collect honey to actually source out to sell to people in the community on the Fire Station 1, but we also have 3 that are located on Water Conserve out towards LB McLeod, which were our test hives, just to see how we were doing. And that started maybe a year ago, and now we're in the process of putting up hives throughout Orlando.
I love it. I would love to be like, well, I'm having the Orlando honey versus I'm going to have this honey, which if you think about it, Central Florida is so unique in that we have all these little microclimates across Central Florida. I wonder if how that will impact the honeys. That's something exciting to look forward to. And how did Black Honey all get started? How was this idea come to fruition?
So Black
Honey. You're good. Black Bee Honey, it started back in 2017 to help and develop the youth with entrepreneurial skills and to help them operate business and jobs in the future. And to also turn our community from a food desert to a food oasis.
And
so
go ahead.
This is the fun of Zoom. What entrepreneurial skills exactly do you obviously you learned the beekeeping, which is a very unique skill in and of itself, but aside from that, what are the business skills that you take out of this opportunity?
Well, when we first started the program, I didn't really know anything about entrepreneur or mainly business. Now I know how to basically, if I want to start my own business, I can now, and I know how to make a budget, make a plan, just a business plan.
And how many kids are involved in all of this, Alexis?
Currently, we have 10 students that are active. COVID definitely downsized our numbers just because we have to be cautious with that. Mm-hmm. However, with this new school year, we are hoping to have 15 students this year.
And what have you seen, Alexis, in these kids who start this program? I mean, what type of growth, what story can you give us about something that's kind of impacted you?
Like literally every group impacts us in a different way. They're all unique in their own different ways, but exactly like Thierry said, seeing them come in with no knowledge at all, just like, what is this program going to be about? And then actually learning all of the things that they do, from just budgeting, finance, literally building a business plan for their future plan, not just alone what we're doing here with Black Bee Honey, also working with different partners and seeing their experience and their exposure to be able to communicate with those people, and then even putting them out to test at the markets. It's just literally seeing all of their different growths being used all in one. We do have a lot of success stories. A lot of kids have started their own businesses after this program. So that's something to look out for as well. We've had 3 that were just recently incorporated to have their own LLC. So I think that's pretty awesome.
That's huge.
They're in high school.
That's amazing. That is so great. And why honey? Why did you guys pick that?
Well, honey is it's healthy, and we're actually the first like program that's providing honey to our community, and it's really healthy, and we want to give it, like, make our own and provide it to our community. Yeah.
In theory, were you attracted to this as an opportunity, or did someone come up to you and say, like, oh, you should give this a try, I think this would be for you?
I think both, because I didn't really know anything about bees, to be honest with you, when we first started, and I was really eager to know more. So and Miss Alexis came to me, and I was eager to start. I was excited.
What about it seemed like an opportunity for you?
Just knowing that we get to go out to the apiary and see the bees, work with the bees, see how the bees make the honey, and learning how to be an entrepreneur, all those stuff just made me want to, be part of the program.
Did you have to wear a bee suit?
Of course, yes. Of course. Yeah, I didn't want to get stung.
You got some selfies in those bee suits, don't you?
Yes.
I mean, it's you have to learn. I mean, and it's one of those things when you were saying, Alexis, that not only are they learning how to make honey, which one is fascinating, but 2, they're also learning finances. That's one of those things that, so many kids go into the real world and have no idea how to make a budget or how to sell themselves. And I mean, that's just, you don't think about it when you think of just a honey business, but everything that stems from that is just so important.
Literally.
Yeah. And how can people get Black Bee Honey, people are interested in kind of supporting everything?
Well, every Saturday we're at the farmers market, and people could also come down at the downtown recreation center and get some honey too.
Now, you had mentioned that, the Paramore area is a food desert, and this is helping to transform that. I know the Paramore Farmers Market was also part of that initiative as well. What are the challenges of living in a food desert, and can you give me some examples of like how this specifically and the farmers market have helped?
Basically, a food it's like kids are basically eating unhealthy, and we want to change that. We want to provide more healthy food for them, so they don't have to wake up, because a lot of kids wake up and the first thing they eat is I would say a chip, and that's not really healthy. So we want to change that.
What's your favorite honey theory?
I would say all of them.
Good salesman. Good salesman. And Alexis, what's your favorite?
Palmetto, just because it's a mild taste. Literally, I'm not the flavor. I mean, I guess I can enjoy flavors depending on what it's in, but I like to cook with my honey, so definitely palmetto.
Yeah. Is that also part of the process, learning how to also, incorporate the honey in different ways? Because if you need to sell the product, you need to know how to use it, right?
That's exactly what we're working on right now with the fire department, the honey that's on top of there. I won't give all the exclusives yet, but we are definitely teaming up with other people to work with creating a honey, like literally a flavorful honey.
Stay tuned.
So, Theory, I know you're heading off to college soon, UNF, I believe. What are you? Has this encouraged you to like major in business, or are you what lessons are you taking with you to college from Black Bee Honey?
Yes, because in the future, I really plan to have my own business. Mm-hmm. I would really love to have my own business, and all the skills that I've learned from Black Bee Honey, I'm gonna take them with me, and in the future, hope to start my own business or in college.
That's great. Have you anything in mind? More honey?
Whatever to make the money rather than the honey, right?
We need that as a new slogan.
Yeah, right. So, and you were guys saying that you guys are very unique. There's not a lot of programs out there. So, I mean, what would you tell somebody who might be listening who's part of a summer program or, a school program that, how difficult was it to start something like this?
It's definitely a process. You're going to need a team. You're going to need to make sure you strategize, and everything is logistical in a sense, like streamline everything that you want to incorporate, because it is a lot of hard work. It's fun, and we have a lot of experiences where the kids get exposure. However, behind the scenes, you do have to make sure all of your ducks are in a row. The only advice that I would give is just do it. If you have that idea, that's exactly how this program started. No one was afraid. You have to just step out on faith and keep going.
Clary, if you're talking to other kids, whether in school or around the neighborhood or whatever the case may be, what would you tell them about Black Bee? Like, how would you sell it for them?
A lot of kids really do come up to me and ask me how to be a part of the program. And what I would tell them is it's basically a family. And when you come in, just get ready to learn, and what you learn will really help you in the future. And you could take that, like what you learn from the program, you could really take that and go out there in the world and just use it, really.
I'm sorry, I just remembered what I was going to say before. I know it was going to come back eventually. I know the Kids Zone program has just expanded, beyond just the Paramore area into other parts. Is there any thoughts of expanding Black Bee Honey as well, or other entrepreneurial programs?
I'm sure that is definitely the question that's circling around right now, but we are keeping it home for now until we figure out how to grow the program.
Gotcha. And, you guys have already had some success with, distributing your honey to restaurants around town. Can you talk about some of those partnerships?
Definitely. We love them. So Grand Bohemian's one of our favorite Well, we love all of our parties. I'm not even going to say favorite. However, they have incorporated a lot of our honey in their menu items. They actually have a new, hot honey chicken that's coming out to their menu really soon. Yeah. So that's something different. Also the cheesecake to mention. And they also have the Bee's Knees cocktail. We have also partnered with Discover Downtown. They do a regular shipment with honey, so you can also go there. It's on Orange and Church Street. If you ever wanted to purchase a bottle of honey, they sell it there. Just being able to reach out with different people. And Four Roots is another one of our partners that we're trying to extend that love to. We recently did a Orlando Science Center presentation with them and two of the kids, which was amazing. Everybody loved it. So just being able to make a local footprint right now, I think, is what Black Bee Honey is trying to do.
And you guys have been around since 2017. How much has it grown from, just what I would assume is one or two beehives to where you're at now and these partnerships? Who was the first to help you guys grow and expand?
I think, honestly, maybe seeing the Steve Harvey the iGourmet partnership that we received from the Steve Harvey Show back in 2017 was that catapult, the thing that put us out there. So ever since then, I think it's just been a working force of everybody just trying to figure out how we can put these pieces together and work. Even if you don't think your product may need honey, somehow we can incorporate either the kids or the aspect of learning the entrepreneurship skills with the program.
And do the kids, I know he just completed his senior year and he's heading off to college. Do the kids stick around year to year, or is it you get your year in your class and you learn and then you kind of grow on from there, or do they come back and volunteer? How does that work?
So yeah, they definitely, our goal is to get them incorporated with another job, essentially, so they learn the skills that they have here, and we're going to promote them and build them to what they need to be to get those skills to find a new job. So with sustainability in the hives that we have currently, we are recreating a position as far as beekeeping to look to hire the kids that have already participated in Black Bee Honey to man those hives that we're putting up throughout Orlando. Because obviously if we put the work there, someone has to do it. Right. And they have to be certified to be able to do so. They have to know what they're doing. So that's the goal. Put these kids through this program, teach them throughout a year. And then once that job opening is up and we have the need for it, they're going to be the first ones to call.
That's awesome. Well, you guys seem like 2017, it's still a baby program, but if you think about how much you guys have accomplished in such a short amount of time, I mean, you can imagine what the future has in store for you guys. And Theory, good luck. I mean, going to college is a big deal. So I have a feeling we'll be hearing more about you in the years to come.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And, we were talking about, sort of the going off into the world and not having, the skill set oftentimes, even among, my own groups of friends, where we've talked about how it's like, oh, I've never learned how to set a budget in high school or, right. Any of these things. There's so much like gatekeeping involved. And I think it's really great that there's this opportunity to break down that barrier early and demystify it. I'm sure I have to imagine that, it's even talking to your friends who aren't involved in the program, being able to share that knowledge with them has been a huge boon for you.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. Do you get questions all the time? Like, oh, hey, I'm thinking about starting something, maybe like an online business. How do I do this or that?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that they really want to join the program next year, and they want to, because I told them like all the things that I've learned, and it's shocking and amazing to them, and it makes them want to learn what I've learned and be part of this program.
And this is a business, so you guys even make some money off of this for yourselves as well, correct?
Yes, we do make money off of it, and the money that's left over goes back to the community and goes back to like academic or for kids in our community. The money goes back and helps them.
That's fantastic. What kind of, without getting into specifics, like how much of a benefit has that been? I mean, have you guys really seen like the return on investment?
Yes. Well, we have sold over, I would say, 5,000 bottles of honey.
Wow.
And yeah. And whenever we go at the farmers market, we always I would say sell a lot, but we have a lot of customers. We have a lot of people who enjoy our honey, and they always come back for more every week. Whenever they run out, they always come back.
And is it the community showing up to the farmers market mostly?
Yes.
I just need to stop and just make a mention of this, because if you're just listening on the podcast, not watching on clickorlando.com, Alexis is just smiling from ear to ear every time Theory talks. And you can just tell how proud she is of him. Alexis, what's going through your mind? Because you look like you're just on cloud nine.
I just love that they can host the meetings themselves or the interviews themselves. Like they're knocking on the door and it's theirs, literally. So as long as they learned everything that they can throughout this program, I feel like I have done my job, because that's all what it's about.
How much of a confidence builder has this been for kids, as you've seen, like Theory, like the others? I'm sure, you probably get a few that are coming in very shy, and now they're these business leaders.
I would just not even want to like stand up and talk in front of people, and then they volunteered to be the first one to speak. So yeah, it's definitely a confidence builder. It's something that they need, being able, even having this camera on us right now, being able to have that exposure. A lot of kids never had that opportunity to be able to voice themselves. So just seeing it happen in real life is just amazing. I just love it.
And Theory, you're doing a fantastic job. This is your first podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we're honored.
We are. Yeah. Did you think you'd be doing this a year ago when you first started this?
No.
This is the big time right here.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I can guarantee you, there's a lot more going there. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for talking with us. I hope that our viewers and listeners will hear this, and the weather is getting great outside, great for farmers markets, and they'll find you guys, and also the different companies and that you guys partner with. We'll have all of those details, as Thomas will let you know on clickorlando.com too.
Yeah. And real quick, just like one more time, where can people find you? You know, when are the farmers markets? What's your website, social media? If you can give us a quick rundown, that'd be great.
Give us your sale pitch.
We're on social media, Black Bee Honey HQ. We're at the Downtown Recreation Center. And we have 4 amazing flavors. They're really, really unique flavors. They have 4 different benefits, and you can pick them up at the farmers market, or you could come down here.
And the farmers market is every Saturday?
We're there every Saturday.
Every Saturday at?
9 till 2.
Yeah, that's it.
So Barker's Park Farmers Market, which is going to be 200 Monte Carlo Trail, I believe is their address, Barker's Park, and 9 to 2 every Saturday.
Fantastic.
And then to add another location, if you ever wanted to pop in at the Callahan Community Center, that's exactly where we bottle the honey. Downtown Recreation is just going to be where we host majority of our lessons and like having our partners come out just to talk to the kids.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for all that you guys do and for the program. We wish you all the best and can't wait to, next year we'll do the same. We'll do the same Zoom. We'll be with a different student and new stuff potentially.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Thanks for having us, guys. We enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, Theory. Best of luck in college. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening to Florida Foodie. We'd also like to thank our guests, Alexis Hicks and Thierry Francois. You can find Black Bee Honey online at blackbeehoneyhq.com. Also, search Black Bee Honey HQ on Facebook and Instagram. You can find Candace Campos on social media. She's on Twitter, just search @CandaceNews6, and on Facebook, search Candace Campos News 6. A big thank you to our technical producers, Derek Mosier and Ryan Haley. I'm the show's producer, Thomas Mates. Florida Foodie is available to download wherever you get your podcasts. Please take the time to rate and review us. You can find videos of all of our podcasts at clickorlando.com/podcasts and keep up to date with all the latest foodie news at clickorlando.com/Florida Foodie.